My beautiful baby girl was born on August 30th, 2013. When we received our little healthy, happy sunshine, 10 fingers, 10 toes, she grew, she blossomed the way she should, even ahead of schedule sometimes. She took her first steps at 9 months old. That's right. Proud parents of a happy walking 9-month-old baby girl. Sure, at times she was fussy. And sure, it wasn't clear what she wanted. Sure, her body language was somewhat absent. Sure, she didn't make eye contact, but she's just an infant. But she's learning at her own pace. But that laugh, oh my goodness, that laugh and that smile and that soul, they light up a room every time. Her personality shines bright. But that was when my fatherly pride stepped in and denial started blinding my eyes and my heart. But she's just an infant. But every child grows at their own pace. But we are such great parents that she's comfortable in her own skin and doesn't feel forced or pushed by society to use words just yet. She will get there when she gets there. We'll just encourage and love and support and laugh, and she'll absolutely stay golden. But those meltdowns didn't make sense. Everything seemed to be fine a moment ago. Food check, diaper check, bottle check, toys check. It was weird. I don't understand. Everything seemed to be golden one moment ago, and the next, meltdown 2.0. But we did take a different street, but we did listen to a different song, but there was snow on the ground, but there was a loud fan, but someone's phone rang, but there was a lot of noise and stimulation, but it's just a coincidence. But isn't it ironic? I get it. I dig my routine too. She's just cool like that and knows what she likes. It wasn't until my neighbor handed us a pamphlet. She was working at her residency to practice medicine. She leisurely mentioned what's offered where she studied. And that was when something clicked with my wife. She said to me, with tears in her eyes, with pain in her heart, with fear in her reality, with confusion in her mind, I think our daughter might be autistic. I said, with anger in my eyes, with pain in my heart, with pride on my chest, absolutely not. Get out of here with that foolish nonsense. She's just a child. Be patient. The argument was fueled and the words were sharp. Ultimately, I told her, go for it. Do as you please. My daughter is unique. She is unique and chillin' and bold and all the great things you could hope for in a child, so go for it. It'll just be a wasted time. My ignorance and pride were blinding. My foolishness left me astray. Thank God I married a strong and courageous woman. She took charge and pursued the answers. Thank goodness she dug in. Thank goodness she reached out. The waiting list was unbelievable. So many children, so many parents, so many other similar situations. So many months of waiting. To be exact, it was 6 months of waiting. 6 months of waiting on a list because there were and are so many other children and parents waiting to receive a doctor's opinion, delaying the possible early intervention for 6 months. The tests were taken, the diagnosis received. She was only 2 years old. She was only 30 months old. She was only 130 weeks old. She was only 910 days old, and now her story seemed to change. She was labeled autistic. She was placed on a spectrum, unfamiliar with what that meant, unfamiliar with what to expect. I said to myself, how do they know? I'm sure they misdiagnose those things all the time for funding, or because it's so new, or because they don't quite understand it, or because she had an off day. I bet that's it. She didn't like them. Of course, she's going to act different with a stranger. There's no way they could see what we see. All of these excuses fueled by denial. You know what? It's cool. We'll take advantage of the early intervention. It'll be good for her. She'll get an awesome jump start. Speech therapy, horse therapy, behavioral therapy. Now, I know every situation is different, but some people on the spectrum will never communicate. I know that everyone has their own story. I know and understand that there are challenges and obstacles I will never quite understand. This is specifically tailored towards my story, my daughter's story. I believe God is using the spectrum to mold my daughter into a powerhouse. She is growing and blossoming and talking and making eye contact and reading, and she's wired differently, but that uniqueness hasn't stopped her and isn't going to stop her. She is a champ. She is a powerhouse. She is strong. She exceeds expectations daily. And those petty social cues and expectations and shallow part of this world behaviors aren't going to affect her. So in my particular situation, I don't ask for empathy or for empathy towards my daughter. I don't ask for a different story. She is incredible. Every day she leaves us in awe. She is happy. She is beautiful. Her soul is pure, and I wouldn't have it any other way. She is fearfully and wonderfully made.